This is Bow TV.
Welcome back to Bound News Network. We're actually working on our latest update. We have been actually tracking significant amount of massive flooding in the Northeast. The last 24 hours have been really turbulent for the residents of the Northeast as the remnants of Ida made its way through the region. We can sort of see the remnants of Ida making its way off into the ocean there. As we take a look at the precipitation model, but we're talking about possibly over 40 people who have lost their lives as a result of the flooding in the Northeast. It was just the track of Hurricane Ida as it made its way through Louisiana all the way up through the Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley into the Northeast, and now it's making its way offshore. It's just been very turbulent at this time. If we take a look at the tropics at this time, we can see that we are seeing a major hurricane in the making. This is actually Hurricane Larry, and it's actually a few hundred miles to the west of the Cabo Verde Islands. And we anticipate that it will be entering over into the open ocean sometime around midweek, at which particular time it should be a major hurricane. But we are looking at 2 points of interest also, where you see just a little bit to the west of Cabo Verde Islands also, as well as Nicaragua. Those spots, those disturbances have a potential of 20% and 30% respectively possible cyclonic formation in the next 5 days. As we look at the weather, we can see some areas in the region of Kansas that are quite turbulent right at this particular time. As we take a closer look at the Doppler radar, we can actually see the severe thunderstorm activity in the region. There's actually severe thunderstorm warnings in the region of Kansas City and also Wichita, and also we're looking at Lincoln, Nebraska. These are actual tornado. This is actually a tornado advisory that is actually in effect at this particular time, extending all the way out from North Platte to Omaha, all the way down to Emporia, across to Great Bend, and we saw some heavy thunderstorm regions in the Great Bend area, and also Housington, to the tune of about an inch per an hour. And as we see those storms moving off, these are just really powerful thunderstorm cells, and we actually see some local spotter reports of almost thunderstorm, tropical storm wind forces. We do see, when we do take a look at a 1 hour rainfall projection, we do see some significant rain in the region of Great Bend and Salina, all the way into Belleville, in the region of Kansas. So we have some significant thunderstorm activity in this region at this time. As far as the Doppler radar is concerned, we do see some severe thunderstorm activity in the heavily devastated regions of Louisiana. A few supercells have actually formed in this region, and we're actually monitoring it. As you already know, the temperatures have been escalating in this region. It feels like in many of the areas such as Lake Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, that it's actually, the temperatures are close to 105 to 110 degrees. So we're seeing some significant high temperatures in the region. With respect to those temperatures, as we take a look at our temperature forecast for today, September 2nd, we do see that in the Central Plains are quite a bit of area, quite a bit of cities that are showing significant temperatures, such as in the region of Kansas, Oklahoma, extending to southeastern Nebraska, all the way down into Texas. Temperatures are in the mid 90s to upper 100s, and that extends throughout the southeast. So it's quite humid and quite muggy through the southeast states, such as Alabama and Georgia and Mississippi. If we take a look also in the drought-stricken areas of California, there is a major fire, the Candor fire. As you already know, there have been significant reports of heavy brush fires and wildfires in the region of Lake Tahoe. So that is a region that we're also monitoring either. Also, with respect to the weather going into this week, today. And also today, most and into tomorrow, we do see that we do have a marginal threat for Lincoln, Nebraska, Salina, Kansas, and Manhattan, Kansas, as well as Grand Island, Nebraska, and Kearney, Nebraska. And we do have a marginal threat for the region of New Orleans and also Omaha, Nebraska, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Salt Lake City, Utah, and Metairie in Louisiana. So we're continuing to see some really escalating temperatures in the region of the southeast, especially in the devastating regions of Louisiana. Right now, they are anticipating that many of the unfortunate residents of who have been impacted by Hurricane Category 5, borderline Category 4, borderline Category 5 hurricane will actually be without power and utilities for at least a month. So the situation has become very grave. Possibly the federal government will have to be pouring in water to a lot of these residents until power can be restored. Power, water, as well as food rations, as well as different types of subsidies that will allow the people to have some kind of normalization of their lives until power and utilities are restored. With respect to the Central Plains, we do see that highlighted region of the Kansas into Nebraska region, significant thunderstorms as we saw on our Doppler radar. And we are looking at a trough that's actually moving from the region of northern Utah into Wyoming. So that is possibly an area of scattered thunderstorms throughout the evening into the night. But we're primarily looking at the significant thunderstorm activity in the region of Kansas and southeastern Nebraska this evening. So that is our weather update for this evening. We're taking a closer look at also at the tropics, and it's hard to believe that there are actually 3 areas of interest at this time, considering what we went through with Hurricane Ida. There is a major hurricane. The path is not really in line with having a major impact for the Leeward Islands or the Bahamas. But as you can see, possibly Bermuda will be considering the nature of this storm, hurricane, into the middle of next week. So as we go into next week, we'll have to evaluate exactly where is this going. Is it going to impact possibly the Northeast? There's so much uncertainty at this particular time. So we'll continue to monitor the situation with respect to this storm. So as always, thank you for watching Bow News Network. This has been our edition for our Bow to the Weather report for September 2nd, taking a look at the tropics and the weather and the continental United States with respect to significant thunderstorm activity in the regions of Kansas and Nebraska, as well as Louisiana and some areas in the region of Utah into Wyoming. We do hope that you found this information valuable, and by all means, please share this information, this weather report with friends, family, and also keep in mind that we are also live streaming on Facebook, so please join our fan page. And as always, we appreciate all of our subscribers who are always tuning in to our weather reports, and we appreciate you tuning in and sharing our weather reports each day. And thank you so much for joining us here at Bow News Network. Have a great day.
This